As you can see, we've discovered yet another resting place, several centuries old. Give you a close-up here. How old? Oh, that big red oak right there is probably 80, 85 years old. The one back there behind it, close to 100. And these were old when they were seedlings, I'd say. We still got a ways to go yet before we rest. If you choose to go with me past this point, I'm going to tell you that what you are going to see may be unsettling. It will be quite unnerving. If you have a hard time sleeping after you watch scary movies or read scary stories, you might not want to watch the rest of this video if you're getting ready to go to bed. Save it for tomorrow morning. As you can tell by this terrain and all the vine growth and all the barriers, they intentionally meant this passage to be impassable. There's only one way in and one way out. We gotta follow that guy right there. When I first started following him, he told me not to stop for a break till I got to the first tomb of their elders. He said I'd know it when... I'm not supposed to be recording, but I am. He said I'd know when I'd see it, when I saw it, because it would be clearly marked as off limits to me. I think that's it right there. You hear that? He's telling me to keep following. He's got a screechy little voice on him, but for such a big fella, I'm trying to get this on camera, guys. You just don't want to be filmed. I have no clue what's going on here, but they told me to take off all my stuff, my backpack, leave all my gadgets, leave my little triangle, middle triangle. Said they appreciate the gesture of me ringing that to let them know I'm here when I am. They said they know I'm coming before I even think to do so. They said don't bring my camera, so I've got it in the hole of a tree right now. I guess they said anything about stopping recording. Probably taking advantage here, but I'm going to do it anyway. They asked me if I would like to have a glimpse of my own ending. I said, what kind of fool idiot would want to see something like that? Then they asked if I'd at least like to see where it happens. I said, well, I guess maybe there ain't no harm in that as long as I don't see no details. Leave my water. They said nothing. I won't give them an opportunity to steal it this time. They said they have led me to the tomb of their king. I asked them how I'd know this tomb. They said you would not know it by itself, but by the sight it provides. Just don't be fool enough to step on the stones. I was about 3 feet away from making a very grievous mistake. They said I must go to the bottom of the tomb to see the actual tomb, and we're fixing to do that. But before we do, I'm going to show you the view from the top. First of all, I'm showing you how dangerously close I was to stepping on improper stones. Stones that were calling to me like a siren calling a sailor against the boulders along the shore. I was drawn, instead of by siren song, by this godly sight. As far as my eyes can see, the pert near every direction. They even said there'd be a watchtower down below, and I think I see it right there. Thought I lost my guy, but it appears as if he's still back there. She, they, it. Make sure I keep him, her, it, or they in my sight so they don't leave. They promised to lead me up here to the tomb of their king. They never said nothing about leading me back. But I reckon I can remember which way I came. Back here's that tomb they wanted to show me, clearly marked as off limits to me and my kind. This wind's been whipping around in all directions today. Getting ready to head back off this very strange mountain, but I wanted to address a question that comes up quite often when I'm scrolling down through the comments. People often ask if I ever get the sense as if I lost time, a period of time, and I've often laughed at that question, not quite understanding it, but I think after my little loop-de-loo experience back there, I may have better understanding at this time. Now, I've been hiking for hours. That's how I spend a good part of many of my days. I might just be lightheaded, and I might just be all out here drifting off of daydreaming when I'm walking around. But when I hit this camera in that tree and took that little loop, it's as if I had a vision of kind of like a cave, seemed more like a tomb. I was laying in it, but I've never seen that spot before, so it wasn't a memory. It's just strange. As strange as this wind that's been whipping around all day, just dying down to nothing right now. I reckon maybe that's my window of opportunity to get back off this hill. Okay guys, so I'm up here, as you can see from behind me, at the top of the tomb, and my guide is gone. And unless I'm wrong, and I just missed this when I was up here 3 minutes ago, there's something up here, wasn't here, and I think it may be a trap. I'm gonna flip the phone and show you, and I will be reviewing this tape. I swear this was not here. They're trying to lure me out onto the top of the tomb, and I am not taking the bait. There's my feet. There's my walking stick. Here's the view I showed you earlier. Now watch this. There appears to be a white-breasted nuthatch in a nest on top of this tomb. I did not at any time see this bird fly by me. I do not remember only minutes ago this bird and this nest being here. I have reason to believe he, she, it, or they, knowing the kindness in my heart for wildlife, is tempting me to get out there and check on that little creature. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, little birdie? What was that? Center screen. Center screen. Birdie, are you okay, little? What the? Oh, no. Well, it does appear as if my guide has done took off and left me, and I'm trying to make my way out of here, and it ain't easy going, as you can see, and I'm finding where these things sleep all over. Here's one of their little, oh, no one's in there sleeping right now. I'll flip the phone, give you a closer view. But they got a, I don't know if you can tell by the size, but real sized man could fit in there and curl up in a ball and just stay safe from the weather as long as he wanted to take a nap. I found these little sleep pods all over the place. The sleep pods. We gotta find our way out of here. Gotta make sure. I didn't mind following them in, but I ain't too comfortable with things I don't know what is following me out. Hey guys, this is kind of creepy. You remember earlier I'd mentioned feeling like I'd lost kind of like track of time and kind of had like this image or this view of like a overhang or a what felt like a tomb. I found a spot here in the middle of nowhere that kind of looks just like it. To give you an idea of the size of this thing, I'm gonna walk back in there and have my snacks, so you can see how big it is. You could fit. You could fit 6 or 8 people under there. That's big, isn't it? So if you're ever out here, got stuck in the weather, there's an opening. I didn't even see that. Look at that. What's that? Holy crap. I'm gonna check that out. There you are. Where'd you go? Huh? Hey guys, I wanted to let you know I made it home. I'm sitting here in front of the fire getting warm, having some coffee. I woke up from what felt like a very deep sleep, a very wonderful nap, frankly. I was on a very soft, comfortable bed of oak leaves. Don't know how long I was there because when I woke up and went to the phone, it was on the tripod, but the battery was dead. Strangest thing about it is that I never got any low battery warnings. I always get them at 20% and 10%. I use an Apple iPhone. I didn't get those warnings. So the phone ran until the battery died, and I might be mistaken, but you saw the footage. I clearly heard someone or something moving out of my area just before the battery on the phone died. How long I was there after that, I have no idea. Whew. I'm home alone and I'm hearing stuff creak and crack around. This house is it's like 120 years old. That just happens. So anyway, here's something very strange that happened that you did not see in the video because it happened after I was leaving the forest. I realized my walking stick was gone. I don't know where I left it. I don't know at what point during my filming. Maybe I left it somewhere. But this walking stick I've had for more than a year. I got it because I used to go in those trails close to where I was searching for potential Bigfoot Sasquatch in that area with little stove links about this big and about this big around, and I would do tree knocks. And I came out of the woods one time and there was a guy in the parking lot and he saw me carrying what looked like a club and he looked nervous, and I could see in his eyes that he was nervous, and I thought maybe he thought I was dangerous. And I said, oh, don't worry. I was just up in the woods, doing tree knocks, looking for Bigfoot Sasquatch. I made a video about this about a year or so ago, okay? I'm going to try to find it, and it's something about a new cell phone number, whatever. That guy got in his car and took off out of there, okay? When I was coming out of the woods today, I saw another hiker entering the woods, the only other person I saw out there. And it was that guy. I don't know if he recognized me or not. We said hello in passing. He kept going up into the woods. I kept coming out. I got down to a very small parking lot. There was only one other car there other than mine. I recognized the car as being the one he jumped into last year and driving off after I made my claim about tree knocking for potential Bigfoot Sasquatch with the little stove length. I was thinking the guy thought I was nuts. But as I went to my car, I couldn't help but notice on the back of his, which was parked right beside mine, was one of those Bigfoot Sasquatch stickers that people who love to go squatching stick on the back of their cars from time to time. I don't have those stickers because I don't want to draw attention to myself. But this guy's car had one of those stickers. So now here we are more than a year later after I made that walking stick to avoid looking like a, potential serial killer coming out of the woods with a club. I'm starting to ask myself, did that guy look scared and nervous? Not because I had what appeared to be a club in my hand, but because he may or may not have seen some strange things as well in that forest where I mentioned that I had been looking for Bigfoot Sasquatch. It's one of those things that make you go, So I'm going to leave you with that. And I am going to answer one more question we get a lot in the comments. People often say, oh my gosh, are you not scared to do this? Are you not scared to go out in those woods, as creepy as it is? My answer to that is no. Because every time I'm out there, I always feel as if someone or something has my back. As if he, she, it, or they has my six. Cheers.